Okay, welcome to the final event, the final of the world's largest ever X-Wing event, the System Open 2019 series event from Milton, Keynes in the UK. Let's just quickly switch over to this camera and we'll say hello to Fan Langalan. How are you today?
Hi, thanks.
And you've come along to come up with me on this match.
Yeah.
We need a more professional booth here.
Some booth with some sponsors behind us.
A wall behind us.
The wall.
A little bit better.
Would be nice.
But we do okay. We do okay.
We'll do fine here. The seats are comfortable.
The seats are comfortable this time. The only thing is they make noises when you move on the floor.
Yeah.
We're here. We've got on the left side of your screen, you've got Luke Townsend playing Wedge Antilles with the S-foils, 10 num with elusive jamming beam, Braden Strong with jamming beam, and Cassian Andor with tactical officer, Leia Organa and the pivot wing configuration. Yeah. Right, so that's gone, and let's see what Jack's got. Even though if you've been watching, you know what he's got. He's got Han Solo with trick shot, Kanan Jarrus, R2D2 inertial dampeners, engine upgrade, Millennium Falcon, Luke Skywalker, and Jake Farrell with Lone Wolf and outmaneuver. Jack is famous for playing the Han Jake configuration.
Yes,
World
exactly.
Championships 2 times.
I think almost every time I see Jack Mooney play, he plays with this handshake combination. Even while it's not supposed to be good in the meta, he will still pick these two ships. And I think this is maybe the first time I've seen him in 2.0 playing this handshake.
Yeah.
And when I saw the list, and I think a couple of other players saw the list as well, and I thought, well, how can he win so many games with this list? Because
high skill
Luke
level.
Skywalker on it. It was an upgrade card. It was supposed to be priced so high.
It was supposed to be a troll.
It was supposed to be a troll card, exactly. And he flies it to the finals of the largest X-Wing event ever.
Yeah, because that.
Can you imagine it?
I mean, I've been on record all weekend saying that Jack is one of the highest classed British players. Consistently doing well at large level tournaments. And obviously we've got a lot of good players. Like we've just seen him eliminate Ben Lee, who won the European Championships. Ben Lee is another player who does very well, gets to tops consistently. But like I don't think there's any doubt with Jack is that like 2 World Championships making the top in a row. System Open semi-final last year. This year making it to the final.
He was also in the semi-final of the Euros.
Yeah.
He lost versus Ben Lee then, and now he beat Ben Lee. So.
So, I mean, he's got a track record, a proven track record, and now he's here to try and put a final stamp on that on that record. He's never won a big tournament.
He is always placing high, consistently high, but he's never won a tournament. Luke Townsend, on the other hand, he won the UK national championship.
Yes, absolutely.
He is the current UK national champion.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, and he played last year. I can't remember what he's playing. Were you here for the UK National Championship?
Yes, I was. He was playing to be fair, he was playing the 5 X-Wings on day 1, and then he didn't qualify for the cut, and then
there was this thing where
this thing, but he played 100-point Miranda to the finals and won the finals. Yes.
The 100-point Miranda was where it was Miranda with another little ship.
Miranda, Lorik, and Ezra Bridger.
That's right. The basically what happened in what was it? The Adepticon final last year.
Where you had Miranda versus Miranda.
And they just basically...
it's glad that in 2.0 we no longer have these kind of matches.
No,
anymore.
For now, at least. Let's try and keep it that way.
Let's talk a bit about the match here.
Yeah.
We see that, I think I've seen Jack put his Falcon earlier just in the middle. And of course, Luke is playing more like a Rebel beef list. So
we've seen Jack play the Phantoms twice, and in both cases, he took a long maneuver straight out the gate into the middle of the field, and then boosted according to the position that the Phantoms were in.
But the thing is that Phantoms, I think, are prone to do a quicker move in the first turn, like 2 forward or 1 bank, and I mean, the Rebel list will only do like a 1 forward, and he knows that it's probably likely that the Rebel list will do only a 1 forward. So I expect to see actually the large move now in the second turn here. Yes.
Oh, because he's got a different... Because he's up against the Rebels.
Yes.
And there's a bit more of a different maneuver set.
Yeah, so this turn it could be very well that he now does the 4 forward. And as you can see, if he does like a 4 forward and a boost, he will be just behind this large asteroid over there and get a nice shot with trick shot in. So I expect that he will do... this maneuver. And
he's actually got a pretty favourable deployment of asteroids for that, for getting himself into the middle of the field and being taken full advantage of Han's ability and trick shot.
Yeah, and Jake will just hang back and get into the game later.
Just try and work out where the Rebels are going to go and trying to see if he can find a flanking position.
Luke putting his U-wing in a nice
Right.
one wing at the back, one wing pointing
he's
forward.
making
I
it
always
difficult.
like to see
It
that.
looks like he's got them open at the
Okay,
moment
he's
as far as
going
the
for-
card's concerned.
He's going for the free bank here.
Yeah. Trying to gain distance.
Yeah. I would have liked to, for forward might have been more risky, but it would have gotten him a nice shot.
Yeah. And they're back to dials. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Luke and Jack are both very accomplished UK players, and one of the things is that it's interesting for us that we get 2 UK players in the final, and that we don't have like some Netherlands dude showing up to try and take it from us. No, we've had quite a poor track record lately.
I just concentrate on the national championships. Let's put it that way.
Because we started off with you against Rasta Mace, then we had Wouter and Ben Lee last year. We had
In the
Simeon
Euros,
versus
yes.
Yelta
Yes,
World Championships,
yes.
and Tom versus Mankit at the Scotland Open.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a pity that Rick Van Ness, he was
he was in the
semi-finals,
against-
a Dutch guy, and he didn't win his semi-finals versus Luke. But otherwise, we would have gotten again a Dutch
we would have
versus
gone in
UK,
that legacy,
finals. Yeah.
So UK versus Holland, there's a history there.
Yeah. All right. I do think that 2-hour time limit is an advantage to Jack here.
Yeah.
Because Han is just a
So much
ship
more
that can
maneuverable.
generate so much value over the course of the game.
Yeah.
And the longer the game takes, he can if he just takes his range 3 obstructed trick shots, he will do damage. And if he just can evade the rebels, then he will be able to outlast them.
And
I
we've
think.
seen how Han, with the engine upgrade,
Yeah.
can move exceedingly fast.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no reason to turn around and say that like it's going to be easy for Luke to take that Han off the board, or even get half points on it.
No. As we saw last game,
Yeah.
when he wasn't half for
Exactly.
just one point of damage there.
And to remind everyone at home, this was the largest X-Wing event ever. We had 633 players signed up. 595 players made it to round 1. 565, sorry. 565 players made it to round 1. And we've had a top 62 cut today. So this is the 6th round of X-Wing we're playing today.
Yeah.
The 12th round all weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Target locks with Han.
Oh, he's going for the inertial dampeners here. Very nice.
Yeah.
So there's a trick. I don't know. Probably you have seen it in action already, but he can do inertial dampeners. Make that remove the stress with Keynes and still do his action.
Yeah, which is what he's done here. And that's how he managed to get the target lock.
Yeah.
Focus blank and evade takes shields off of Cassian Andor.
Yeah.
And I can't. Yeah, I can see that there's one left. Yeah.
Yes, so I need to have damage cards.
Very nice. Han is so maneuverable because you move at initiative 6.
Yeah.
So you can do your move and then you can boost or not, or
He's
you could
got
do
that
the inertial
inertial
dampeners,
dampeners.
or
He's
you could even do the inertial dampeners and then do your boost.
Yeah,
it's also
wow.
possible. So
Craziness.
you've got like this huge array of
Yeah.
options that's available to you.
A complete fan
Yeah.
spread out in front of him.
Yeah, hard for this. Hard to use.
Like we used to see in the old days with that echo location stuff. How it would be like, "Du-du-du." You play on Vassal, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, when you look at the venue here, it doesn't look that busy, but I think most players are watching at the screens in the middle of the venue. So we have like about.
I
50
doubt it very much. I think it's just a question. We're into the last round of hyperspace
No,
now.
I think there's still some people watching there.
The problem is that when they do that, people notice immediately the delay, and then they just end up walking over here and watching it. Yeah.
well,
So it's not historically when we've got those things on in a final, they're not much use.
Oh, okay.
Well, especially when they take them off of Twitch. If I'm able to hook one up to my splitter that I've got
okay.
on the table, then it's fine. But connecting it off Twitch doesn't really work too well. Anyway, yeah, we're down into the last round of hyperspace, last round of the main event. And so most people have kind of dropped out of hyperspace, have gone home to make sure they get home early.
yeah.
It's 6:30 in the evening, and we started at 9, 6 rounds. So we've actually done really fast to get 6 rounds in that time. I mean, obviously a top cut and elimination bracket is much easier to get rounds in a short period of time.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let's see here. So Luke will probably turn in, yeah, with a hard maneuver, yeah, a hard turn.
Yeah. So Cassian 2 turns to the right.
But this is the thing where Jack lists excels in, because now he will probably come up with some maneuver that he will just have range to one of Luke's ship and get just a range 3 shot in.
Yeah.
Han will take an evade, have some force, he will not take that much damage, and he
Now,
will do some
Yeah.
damage back. Or he will just boost out of range completely.
For the
That's also
people
possible.
watching at home, the B-Wings, the Blue Squadron B-Wing, the original release of the B-Wing, is Braylon Strom, and the Dagger Squadron painted B-Wing, which is the one that's still at the board edge right now, that's 10 num, so you can tell the difference between the two of those. Look for the red markings on the cockpit and the wings.
So both B-Wings, they take target lock now because they know that Han will be out of range anyway.
Well, yeah, so
otherwise
they might as well
would
hold
waste
that,
their
back
action.
for later.
Yeah. Okay, Jake turning back in here. This is interesting.
And
I didn't
just
expect-
nuzzling up against Han.
Didn't expect Jack to do this here, but because now it's will be an interesting next turn, and Jack knows this as well. Because he will be facing all these heavy rebel ships. He cannot boost, so he might barrel to the right. That's his only thing that he could do or not do. Yeah, he will do it. All right.
What do you think is Jack's target priority? What's the one ship he wants to try and remove from
Well, of course, Wedge is dangerous because Wedge
Yeah.
can move. Is always dangerous.
the game? Yeah, of course.
And he can move after Jake.
yeah.
So that's a dangerous thing. Otherwise, I would say just target of opportunity. Just
Yeah,
what
of
is
course.
in
No,
range,
target
where
opportunity.
can you shoot
yeah.
at?
As far as his
Yeah.
positional game is concerned, like
Exactly,
whether or
so-
not he's trying to look for one of them.
Yeah.
And it looks like.
I mean, with a build like this, with Han, removing any ships off the board is always useful because you
Yeah.
will have less firing arcs pointed at you.
Mhm.
Ooh, too hard. Wow. Wow.
2 turn to the right. Boost left.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
boost left. And he will have this trick shot shot. And he will also be excellently positioned for next turn because
Yeah.
there's this asteroid, so
Yeah.
he can probably do like a 3 hard and a boost next turn to
Yeah, of
the
course, yeah.
to the
to try and get flank them.
top
flank
of the
them.
screen,
Yeah.
and then he can really get behind the formation of
Yeah.
Luke. So he's trying to target Wedge here, and he knows, of course, that it's the most dangerous target. Is he in range? Otherwise, a shot obstructed versus a U-wing would also be good. He already damaged Cassian.
Yeah.
From that carpet that's there. So it needs to go that way a bit. Okay. And we'll that's the carpet. Yeah, sure.
And Destiny also winding up.
Well, as well.
So if a judge here over at the table to determine if Han has range at Wedge.
What's that, 3-2? Yeah.
Just double checking something. Okay.
Yeah, you came one move on.
So rolls focus hit, spends the target lock, gets another focus and a blank. Jack rolls 2 focus results, spends the Kanan force
Should have re-rolled it.
to recover, and he's just saying he should have re-rolled his for Han, but he spent the force anyway.
So range 3.
It's curious that Jack took a focus with Han and not an evade. I would expected him to take an evade here because he can re-roll and
Yeah, well,
take an evade. I don't know.
I guess he's trying to make sure that his attack sticks, make sure he gets maximum output for that attack with a target rock re-roll.
Yeah, but he has already the force for attack as well. Of course.
Yeah,
So
but
this is,
if you get
this is Jack's attack.
multiple, he gets multiple focus tokens, then like he's got 2 there and a hit and a crit. And he
One
used,
force.
oh no, so it's just 1. So 3 and a crit is what I understand he's got. Blank, blank, focus.
What is it? 1, 2 shield.
There's a lot, yeah, so 2 and a crit.
1, 2, and a crit is structural damage.
No agility. I use other crits over there.
Yeah, sure. So you're 4 first.
The fat guy's definitely out of range, I think. So 4 is two choices. Nothing there, so it's 3 range for it.
Yeah. Focus, crit, and a hit.
Yeah, this is...
Spends a target lock, gets another hit, so 2 hits and a crit. Evade, blank. Takes a shield.
Shield of hand.
Yeah, range 3 on the U.
Range 3 from Jake onto Cassian.
So it will be 2 versus 2 because of the structural damage.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 hits.
And
2
2
evades.
evades.
Natties,
Yeah,
as they like to
those are
say in
natties.
America.
As the Americans will tell you, the natties, Yep. And firing back, Cassian on Jake gets a hit, 2 hits and a blank. And with all those dice, it seems hard to do, but he doesn't manage to get it. He's got 3 focus results, lone wolves for another focus,
2 shields of
and
Jake
loses 2 shields
by a random shot.
from
he
Cassian.
Oh no! He took of course the focus on Han was because of the action by Jake. He gave Han the focus action by Jake's ability, and then Han's own action was of course the boost. So I was a bit confused there, but I think in retrospect
would have been
Jack
a bad choice.
would have maybe liked to focus on Jake himself better now.
Well,
because
I guess it kind of looked like it was out of range, and maybe
Yeah.
he kind of felt he was banking
yeah,
on some
4
of those
dice
extra-
with a lone wolf. So, but okay.
Yeah. So
2 shields already half, so 1 more shot of Wedge could take Jake down, which will leave Jack with only 1 chip.
Yeah, but we saw in the last game how Jack can leverage hand. Yeah. We'll take a moment here as well to thank everybody from our Patreon supporters for helping us make it here today. All the money we receive through Patreon, I receive through Patreon, goes to the transport, flights, accommodation for making it to these tournaments. So every little bit we get over there is a great help. So please do consider going over to patreon.com/firstearth and helping us out there. And if not, then you can use the Twitch Prime to give us a little bit extra there as well. If you've got Amazon Prime, then that comes free of charge.
I see somebody in the chat asking, of course, Luke Townsend, he won the UK National Championship, so he already has a paid flight to Worlds.
Yep.
And of course, the main prize of this event is also
Paid flight.
paid flight.
I think that at this level of event, when that happens, it would pass straight down to Jack.
Well,
I think.
I don't know, because when I was playing the UK National Championship and I was playing versus George Filipina, he already had the flight as well, and I think the case was that it wouldn't pass down back then. What I remembered, but
the flight or the
no, the flight. Yeah, so the whole package. But I'm not
Wow.
sure if they changed the regulations or anything. If it would pass down.
I don't
or
know.
not. So,
Yeah.
but in general, it's not. I think it's not something the players should worry about. They should just play the best game.
Yeah, of
and,
course.
That's what's important.
Was that mine? Just send someone to run afterwards.
Okay. So yeah, Jack really got to think about this next turn. Where he's going to position, what he's going to do with it.
Yeah.
Probably
Probably Han is going to do like a too hard to the.
to the right. You
to
think
the
try
right.
and get behind them?
I think so, and maybe get a trick shot
Yeah.
going through this asteroid. Interesting thing, what to do is with Jake.
Yeah.
Only
Jake,
2 hill remaining.
Jake needs to bug out completely.
Yeah, so
So
there's
he's
a couple,
probably going to take a free turn to the right as well.
a 3 turn to the
and
right.
boost around into the back, boost left rounds into the back corner.
Yeah, even though with this set of moves, I don't know if he will be able to completely escape all arcs.
Yeah.
So he might as well do maybe like a ballsy 5 forward, which
Ballsy.
can also surprise, can be a surprise sometimes.
Yeah.
And maybe like a 5 forward and a boost and try to block wedge.
Yeah, and it's ballsy as well. So
Yeah, because
that structural damage is going to make Jake pay. Oh,
Can you put back on the maneuvers?
I hate it when that happens because I always get
yeah.
the feeling they blame me for those bases. I always get the feeling you all go,
supply us with terrible bases. All right, looking at this, the 5 forward wouldn't be a bad choice.
Bloody wings again. I'm just going to put that. Sorry.
Don't really get this barrel roll, to be honest, because you know that Jake will do some escape move, so this will not catch any escape move. Even like
Yeah,
a 3 hard to the right or left,
Yeah.
this barrel roll
I
doesn't
don't
really
think
help,
he was
right?
going to do a straight to try and leapfrog over the whole squadron. I don't think that was going to be the case of 5 straight, 'cause I think Wedge is going to easily be able to block that anyway.
No, Wedge will not be able to block Jake.
With 5 straight? If
Oh,
Jake was... look, so I'm
Jake
saying,
moves
I think
first.
he's trying to... All right. Okay, so then, there we go. Thank you. It's true, Jake's at I4.
Ooh, just a 1 hard.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, it's also excellent.
Wherever we put them,
Now we'll be
they're
able
always
to
coming
boost out.
So
Yeah.
boost and then.
Yeah, just the thing is that Wedge might have a shot.
Yeah, I think Wedge has probably moved
Depending
a
on
3
what-
4 straight.
Yeah, maybe a bank as well, and then
Because it would have been poor.
yeah, bank as
Oh,
well.
wow.
Okay, so this is really good for Jack.
This has
here.
worked out really well for Jack because
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised because I kind of figure like from Luke's position,
Yeah.
he doesn't want to overly commit to Jake's position
No.
and let Han escape.
And
So there we go.
There's also one other thing. This way, Luke pointed all of his 4 ships in the same direction.
In the same direction. Yeah.
And Jake is only on 2 HP, so
Yeah.
if you catch him, you don't really need 4 ships to kill him,
no,
right?
no, exactly. Yeah.
So it's better to split
And he's
some
got the
marks up.
structural damage as well. So
Yeah.
no, it's not
No,
structural
Jake
damage.
doesn't
it's
have
on-
structural damage.
No, yeah,
Structural
it's
damage
on the Cassian. My bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know about these moves by Luke, to be honest. Han is using the
I got so used
Dampeners
to
again.
I got so used to watching Jack play against the Phantoms and having both of his ship moves laughed.
yeah.
That's where I made that error with Wedge. I think that Wedge was going to block him. Right, so hit,
Yeah,
and
this is
3
Han
of them.
shooting.
2 and a crit, it looks like, and a blank means that 1, 2, 3
So
go through.
what happened here is
Dead Cassian.
Han changed his arc with Luke Gunner.
Yep.
Luke Gunner, value upgrade.
Yeah.
And then
The troll.
used inertial dampeners to stay there and just
Yeah,
kill
absolutely.
the U-wing.
Yeah. So it worked out well for him. And they go back to Dials, and so that's been a pretty poor turn of events for Luke now, having lost Cassian. Gives him a lot less positional play. He's lost that,
Also the loss
that
of
coordinate
Leia.
action and Leia was probably going to be coming into effect very soon here to be able to give him a couple of red maneuvers to be able to get back round and into arc.
Yeah, but here once again we see the flexibility of this build with Han Solo here, using just having perfect information and then
Yeah.
putting it where you want.
Now, when Jack's thinking now, he's got an advantage here. And even like the 2 B-Wings are stressed. Two B-Wings are stressed, so I think he's gotten away with it. The question is whether or not Wedge will be able to pursue. But I don't see Wedge breaking us from the formation and leaving himself exposed.
Yeah, well, you could do like the B-Wings, yeah. He might just do it too hard with everything and see if he can get some shot of any kind to Jake.
Yeah.
But it will leave the B-Wing stressed and yeah.
Okay.
You're now. Yeah, sure.
So
Okay.
B-Wings
Now
are
he's
going
just
straight.
running away and hoping that in this way Han will not get a shot. And then he can regroup later.
Mm-hmm.
Same again for the other fish.
he block himself?
Yeah. No. He fits in there. I think. And barrel rolls.
Forward this way, yeah.
So I think what Luke's trying to do here is trying to get some distance and some board space to be able to regroup and then come back around as a formation. Jake turns. And this is where he has to gamble on what Wedge is going to do. Is Wedge going to try and keep that formation? Will boosting behind them be of any advantage to
Yeah,
him?
because he could, for example, best thing probably would like a barrel and a boost.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Get behind the B-wings, and he's counting on the fact that Wedge will probably also
Follow
follow the
them
B-wings,
in
and then he
formation.
might even get behind Wedge. On the other hand, if Wedge turns in towards Jake, then he will stop again with Han. And
Yeah.
have a nice shot with Han on Wedge.
Yeah. Let's move that back down there.
Indeed, Wedge is turning away as well. Yeah.
Pretty bumped again,
Oh,
Yeah, sorry about that, yeah.
Wedge bumps, so no tokens.
yeah. This will be.
That's gonna be very hard on Wedge here with the
Yeah,
range 1
so
attack from
Jake
Jake.
will have a range 1 lone wolf focus,
Yeah.
outmaneuver.
Yep. And boosting because he's got the space and he's got the time.
Not really any start combat things. So range 1.
Range 1, Jake on.
Now it's Wedge having minus agility instead of Wedge targets.
Yeah, exactly. 2 blanks. Re-rolls with Lone Wolf gets 2.
Oh, rolls 1 die too many.
Yeah, just one. Leave it wrong one.
Yeah.
And that's focus, I think.
No, negate.
Yeah,
One shield.
Sorry. I mean, I would have rather you rolled it too. Yeah. Okay.
And they're back to dance again. And yeah, Jake in a very powerful position. However, B-Wings, 1 talon roll, 2 K-turn.
Yeah.
Puts them in a favourable position for firing on Jake this round.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And I would guess if they were, imagine if they were to do 1 talon rolls to the left, and then Wedge takes the 4 K-turn. I think he's got enough space. Yeah.
I think I will maybe do like a 2
Or
K-turn
talon
with
roll.
everything.
Yeah.
Or maybe.
I'm just kind of thinking if you
Maybe
did the
talon rolls
he would
and
keep them a
K.
bit closer together.
Yeah, talon rolls with the B-wings and 4K with Wedge. But then Jack knows this, so there's not. He doesn't lose much by turning Jake away again. Too hard, boost barrel. Then he might get out of range of the talon rolls. Or just too hard to the right, and he might boost behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Also possible, maybe even better.
Okay.
Two turn, please.
2 turn. 2 K-turn.
2K turn.
Yeah.
And guess what? Yep.
And maybe Wedge takes
I think
a
this
talon
has the advantage that if Jake would turn too hard to the right with the talon roll, he will be able to dodge the B-wings.
Yeah.
Now this will be close to impossible.
roll. Yeah.
Okay, he's going for the 5 straight even.
Yeah.
So another nice escape.
He wasn't interested. He knew this wasn't a good position
Yeah.
for him to be in. He knew more or less what was coming, and this was one of his. That was one of his hit and fade attacks.
Yeah.
Get a shot in, do a little bit of damage, and get out of there and come back around for another attack. Now, Wedge is going to probably K-turn or talon roll. I don't know.
Maybe if
Yeah, K-turn.
And this is where you really miss Leia in these kinds of situations.
Yeah.
Okay, Han joining the fight again.
That's the beaming down. So slots. Action on this.
Okay, uses his action to change his arc
Yeah.
already for the next turn.
Yeah.
This one's out, yeah? This one.
Ooh, one
So
B-wing
looks like
still has a
B-wing's
shot,
got range.
so it might be dangerous.
So 10 num fires and gets a blank and hitting a focus for 2, and Jake evades. And they go back to dials again. So a tense final so far, and not really giving anything either way. For now,
I would have to say that I would give Jack the advantage.
yeah, I mean, his hand's not even gotten involved in the game yet. It's basically been Jake, a few turns of Jake versus those B-wings.
Oh, well, Han has gotten some shots in.
A couple, but
U-wing mostly.
the U-wing mostly, yeah. But that's it. Is he's just kind of like, it's been more of a target of opportunity thing. He's not been aggressively playing the game. He's not been pressing the game, and trying to make sure that that Luke realizes that he's got to fight for it.
Yeah.
He's been taking full advantage of the board space he's got, and playing to the area, to the place he's got, and the time he's got, and the advantage, the actions that he's got.
Yeah. And what Jack does very well as well is that every turn he keeps multiple options open, so his opponent has to keep guessing. For example, here Han could do like 4 forward and some boost, or maybe a 2 hard and get behind at the brief field there, or just stop. Jake could attempt to flee 3 hard to the left, but he could also do like maybe even 1 hard to the right and try to get behind again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all kinds of possibilities. Yeah, what do you do now here as Luke? I would probably just point your ships towards Han.
Yeah. And he's kind of spinning through those maneuvers quickly, kind of trying to work out what's his best option right now, and he's decided.
First B-wing.
B-wing.
Yeah, let's see.
Goes 2 straight.
2 forward.
Focus barrel.
Okay, focuses and barrel rolls with a linked action, so will leave himself stressed again.
Middle.
Yeah.
B-wing.
Of course, Brayden wants to be stressed in
Yep.
the engagement phase. And usually he has, of course, cash in to remove the stress at the beginning of the activation phase.
Usually.
So,
But not now.
Usually, yeah. Not now.
Same again.
And
Does that look?
10 num barrel rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
a
3
free
hard.
turn to the left. And maybe even boost back left. Trying to set himself up for the next
boost
turn.
straight.
Yeah.
Barrel roll even.
Okay.
Alright.
See, that will put him at range.
Yeah, I don't
don't
really
like that.
get
So boosting
oh,
as well.
boost away. Okay. Okay.
Oh, to right as well. Wow. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. I don't really see what's the added advantage
Yeah.
compared to just boosting forward.
I guess maybe next turn, take another hard turn and boosting and barrel rolling back. Yeah, I don't know.
But then it would even be better to be aligned straight to,
With the board edge, yeah.
So I don't really get it. But I didn't even see this move coming.
No.
Yeah, wow.
Han Solo free
Okay,
banks.
very nice move here by Jake.
And boost to escape
by
arc.
Jack. Yeah, excellent. All right. Yeah, this was a very tight maneuver around the asteroid there,
And it's
but of
given him a
course-
really favourable range on that
this
Brayden
is
Strom.
yeah, wow. And here it's once again amazing how fast this Han is.
Yeah.
All right.
So blank, blank,
Uses
blank.
Han.
Han to reroll. Hit blank focus, and it looks
Use
like it's
some
become
force.
3. We can't see one. And
Braylon reroll.
reroll for an evade,
Two
I think.
shields.
2 shields.
Oh, I got them. Oh, sorry, which is first?
My bad. Go for it.
Okay, this can be dangerous. Wedge, range 3 obstructed towards
Right.
Jake, so it will be a 3 versus 4.
Hit.
Sorry, mate.
I think
these are
that's
3 hits.
3, yeah. It must be one of them, must be a crit.
Ooh. He needs to roll a paint here, otherwise he's dead. Yeah, he rolled some
Focus.
paint, so 1 damage. Yeah. Oh,
And
a crit.
its face up becomes a
Yeah. Take
stun pilot.
Stun pilot. Okay, that's I think the most insignificant crit you can get. In, 2.0.
Okay.
When you go over a rock, you suffer 1 extra damage. But
Yeah.
as long as you have the choice of not going over a rock.
Or you don't do it.
And in general, it's quite bad to go over rocks.
But I mean, in the case of Jake, it's not an issue. But like, they can try and block him up as well. But in this case, Jake's keeping such range that it makes no difference.
That's the first time I've ever used it.
Yeah, Jake almost dying there, and that's the thing with these 2.0. In 1.0, you always had auto thrusters with focus evade, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you can your ace could just die by a random shot like this.
Yeah,
If
well,
you
we
blank
saw
out-
it yesterday. We saw it this morning with Alex Burt, and we saw it yesterday with I can't remember who it was that played, but there was I think a Fen Rao just got destroyed in like 1 shot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely happens. It's against the odds, but it definitely happens. It's not, it's improbable, not impossible.
Exactly.
And Luke sets dials.
Yeah, I mean, these B-wings were stressed, so they couldn't K-turn. Han can get behind them. Yeah, this looks really good
This
for
doesn't
for
look like
Jack.
a good turn.
And I mean, Jake can still get out of range of these B-wings.
Yeah, Jake, maybe even 2 bank, 3 bank.
Yeah, well, 3 bank is
It would take him really close to the ward edge, I think.
3 bank is possible.
Yeah. And they're trying to make sure to press in that engagement, make sure that Jake isn't escaping easily. But I think it's going to be difficult for them to keep up.
Yeah.
And now Han. Inertial dampeners, even.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
And
Well,
just.
of course, Jake moves first now, and then Wedge, and then Han.
Yeah.
But also, just a 2 hard is also fine for Han.
Yeah.
The thing is, with inertial dampers, you will get a range 1 shot at number 3.
On Braylon, yeah.
Which is Braylon, which is the B-wing he already damaged.
Yeah.
So that's always nice, of course, if you can make a good shot at a ship you already damaged before. Alright.
Yep.
Now for Wedge. Through the debris here. Will end up stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't seem to be. I don't think he wants to be getting.
That's kind of there weren't really better options available. So
Yeah.
I understand this move.
2 turns, yeah.
Yeah.
Could even boost.
Could
Now
even
to
boost,
the
but I
left.
think he'd rather have just a target lock on Braylon.
Yeah.
Or it could boost if he wants to shoot Wedge.
Target lock.
Or target lock Wedge. Also possible. Yeah.
Yeah, Wedge hasn't got those.
Is
hands.
that shot obstructed?
I do not think
don't
so,
think so.
because that back corner looks like it's hanging off the obstacle.
Oh, didn't help me last time.
Okay, first Wedge versus Jake. 3 versus 3.
Yeah, blanks.
Blanks out.
And nothing to worry about there.
Alright.
Range 3.
Then Han. On to Wedge. 3 versus 3.
Blank, hit,
So spends
hit,
target locks to reroll
spends
this one
target
blank.
lock, gets another blank.
So hit crit. I think.
Yeah,
Oh, dice, yeah.
and shiny dice are shiny,
Nothing to nothing.
but it looks like nothing went through. So a big shame there. Anyway, but the problem is, the problem that Luke has right now is he's basically looking at he wants to focus on Jake, but Han is behind him
Yeah.
and ready to cause him a lot of problems.
But even now, I mean, the game has not been played yet, because you need, Jake's at 1 HP, so only one good shot from a B-wing or wedge will take care of Jake. And then if you have still 3 ships on the board versus Han, there's still something to be done here.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly go pop across because that water bottle's right in the middle of the camera. I'm going to try and move it out of frame.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us where you think Jake's going to end up this time?
Yeah. Well, I think Jake might do. This is the point where your ace is driven into a corner. I think probably just staying as far away as possible is the best move here. So maybe a 4 forward and a boost. 5 forward and a boost will get very close to the board edge. Of course, the advantage is here that wedge is stressed, so only will be able to do quite a slow move. 2 forward or 2 bank is the largest blue maneuver X-wing's got. And B-wings are of course also slow ships.
Yeah. Did tell me, you still play Vassal quite a lot?
No, not really anymore.
No?
Too much. No. Well, I played it a bit last.
Because you used to be a big fixture on there, yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah.
As it stands, 24 points. Even if he takes Jake off the board, it's not going to be enough to win the game. With having lost Cassian.
Yeah, that's
Jake is
also
47
the
points.
nice thing that the nice thing is that Jake is his ace here, but it's only a ship of 48 points. So if he loses it, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
a cheap ship. Most ships are worth more than 48 points. For example, on a Phantom would be more than 48.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what we saw in Ben Lee's game. Is that even killing Jake wasn't enough for Ben Lee to win the game.
So yeah, it does look very grim here for Luke. On the other hand, I think Jack would have wanted to do more damage in the meantime with Han than he actually did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, what did he do?
I mean, in
he
that
only
last
took
round,
2 shields of the B-wing and 1 shield of wedge.
Yeah, in that last round with the target lock and everything else, he didn't manage to get anything onto wedge.
Okay, yeah. So here's the problem. Now he does again stay stressed with wedge. Yeah.
Big fat hand.
Okay.
And Han turns
Han, of course,
3
turning in and
left.
probably will do a boost for range 1 and then use Luke to change the arc.
Yeah. But the problem here is that he's spreading out his fire. He's doing it on 10 num this round.
No, he can change the arc with Luke.
No, I'm talking about he'll be firing on 10 num.
No, he can change the arc with Luke and
But-
fire on wedge.
Yeah. 10 num is the one that's in front of him.
Yes, so
Yeah, but he will fire at
But
wedge.
do you think he's got range 1 on wedge?
Or maybe range 2, but in this case you will fire rather range 2 at wedge and range 1 at tandem.
Okay. All right. Blank hit. 2 evades.
Let's try again. Range on yet?
Range
It
1
might
on wedge.
even be range
okay.
1. Yeah.
And
Alright.
blank
Okay,
hit
so
and
this
crit.
is a Han reroll.
And rolls.
Says
Blank hit
1 force.
and a crit. Yeah, which the force gets 3 hits, 2 evades, and he takes 1 shield.
that one's definitely not going to think.
Yeah, so far dice have been not too bad actually for Luke to evade dice.
2 rerolls.
And crit. Blank focus evade becomes 2 evades.
I'm pretty sure I don't have a shot.
Now, this is going to be a difficult position here for Jack because
That's fine. I'm trying to run.
even if he goes fast along that board edge, he's not going to be able to escape all arcs. But Luke has to try and make sure he covers the possibility of Jake doing a 1 turn to the left.
Well, maybe a 2 turn I would say because
Yeah.
he's stressed. So he want to get rid of the stress here.
Yeah, of course.
2 turn to the left is an option or the 5 forward.
The 5 forward as well, yeah, but I don't think he's going to
is the 5
escape.
forward blue in the Rebel?
It used to be on first edition.
so it's a 4 forward,
Let me
okay.
double check. I can go here, and I can go. Let's go, Jake.
Oh wow, this is
Blue.
5 forward is blue.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's either 5 forward or 2 hard to the left.
Makes no sense.
Because if all the rebel ships will bank in towards the 5 forward, then 2 hard and a barrel roll boost will get out of the arcs. Maybe here again you do like a mix-up. So the Braylon could do like a 1 bank, Wedge could just do like a 1 forward,
Yeah.
or 2 forward. Except the thing is, if you go slow with Wedge, Han will again get a range 1 shot at you.
Yeah.
And now your shields are down, so the next shot from hand to Wedge will really hurt.
Yeah. Oh, and he's off. Now, I was surprised by that. I was kind of expecting to see a bank left to try and cover that 5 straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Barrel rolling, yeah, I guess.
Barrel roll.
So it's going to be interesting where 10 num goes now.
Yeah, I think 10 num will probably make a 2 bank
Leave the numbers off you want. We know
just to
it,
get
right?
past Wedge.
Yeah, sure.
Minus 1 to mark Wedge.
Three forward. Also
Yeah.
possible. Yeah. So now he's successfully spreading his arcs.
Yeah.
And Jake says run!
He's
Jake
going
goes
for the
5
5
straight.
forward.
5
Okay.
forward.
So he will not be able to escape Braylon's arc,
Barrel-
even with the boost in the barrel roll.
Yeah, even if he barrel rolls left and then boosts. No, I don't think
No,
so.
he
yeah.
will. The best he can do is, I think, yeah, boost straight.
Straight.
Yeah, just keep it at that. Yeah.
No stress.
Down to he's on 1 hit point,
He's on 1 hit
so
point.
Braylon only has to get 1 through.
Yeah.
No stress options.
How many viewers are there?
Well, let's have a look. We've
Watchers.
got 685. That's one of the largest I've had for a system open for a long time. The biggest I ever had was that European Championship final with Bartosz against Rasta Mace, and that got up to like 995 viewers.
Wow.
Yeah, that was amazing. 685 I don't think I've had since the last time I did a system open in the UK. Yeah.
Wedge.
Yeah. Range 3.
Yeah. Okay. So Jake will probably die here. Wedge and Braylon shooting at it. Oh, bad roll with Wedge.
So evade.
Now for Han, range 1 at Wedge.
Range 1. Crit. Hit. Rerolls. Blank. 1 evade.
2 crits.
2 crits go through.
Direct hit.
Direct hit.
Damage sensor.
Damage sensor array.
Yeah.
Bees. Start the back one. So range
And
With this kind of damage into
10 num.
Wedge.
Firing on Jake. Blank. Focus becomes 2 hits. And evades for days.
range 2.
Braylon Strom gets 3.
okay, this is the end of Jake.
Lone Wolves. And Jake goes
But,
down.
Jack doesn't care because
Yeah. Because all the heavy
he-
lifting's been done.
the heavy lifting has been done. He
Yeah.
needs 1 more shot to finish off Wedge.
Yep.
And then you have 2 B-Wings versus
Versus
Han.
Han, and it won't last for long.
Really?
Han's going to be able to avoid those arcs and just keep pounding them. Range 1 or range 2? No, so yeah,
Dat is wel een mooi potje.
maybe 2 K-turns for the B-Wings. Maybe even the Talon roll with Braylon to get round. Try and block Han from doing too fast of a maneuver.
Yeah, the funny thing is you cannot really block Han.
You can't really block
Because
Han.
he will just use inertial
Inertial
dampeners.
dampeners, yeah. But then at least they've got the opportunity of firing back on him. Yeah.
My dice roll have done really well today. Really.
And it causes him to burn a shield
Also
as
the
well.
the
Which
range
right
one
now
we
is an
got
advantage
really
because he's got 2. And so the R2-D2 effect isn't coming in.
We did. Yeah.
well.
This would have been cool.
So here again, a couple of options. Just a 3 hard or 2 hard to the left,
Yeah.
or maybe just a 4 forward. Yeah, or a 3 bank.
Okay. So, banks left and barrel rolls out of the way. Trying to get range, trying to protect himself.
They have been playing quite fast this game.
Yep, it's not been
with
a
the
slow
teams.
game. No,
It's,
yeah. They've
both
gone-
players have been
We've
keeping
gone
up
through.
the pace.
We've gone through
yes.
at least 10, 12 turns already,
Got to try everyone. So,
and we're only reaching the halfway stage now.
Great mark.
So K-turn with this B-wing, and then another K-turn with wedge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So mine's just fine. So that's one's here, and he gets one as well.
Good. Yeah, exactly. This 3 hard turn is
Yeah.
perfect. Now he dodges all the arcs again.
Yep.
Just a simple boost.
Boost
will,
into range
will
one
do
of
the trick.
Braylon.
Just a boost forward
Yeah.
and kill wedge.
Kill Wedge, of course. No, but yeah. Get rid of him. Wedge would still get the fire,
If he boosts,
and if he's not in arc, yeah, of course. If he's not in
will
arc.
be out of arc. As far as I can see from here.
No, yeah. If he boosts, he'll be out of arc. That's 100% true.
Start combat.
So here we go. Like once again,
Two on Luke.
yeah. It's worth mentioning this is the largest X-Wing event ever. 633 players signed up, 565 in round 1. It looks like a hit, a crit and a
We have
focus.
Fat hand back in the finals.
Yeah, fat hand
back on
shaking
the
the final.
tables. Everything people hated about 1.0.
Oh, no, hold
fat
on.
turrets, boosting
We've-
turrets. We
we've
all have
just-
it back again.
We've just had the discussion in the last round about the Phantoms, so let's not start another witch hunt. And takes the damage on Wedge, and Wedge goes bang. And 10 Num is poorly positioned. Braylon has to K-turn, but I think Ham will just free bank left and get out of his
See
arc.
you later.
Yeah. Yeah, and so they're back to dials. And yeah, like I say, I think 10 Num is really poorly positioned in this case. It's not going to be it's not going to have anything to do with the next round.
You can do it too hard.
Is it not blue though? Is it?
No, but he will stay stressed, but it's not a problem for 10 men.
Yeah, I guess, okay. I just feel it kind of limits the maneuver options he's got and makes it a bit more difficult for him to be able to do anything about. Braylon Stram gets stressed by doing the one turn, and that's cocked, so they re-roll it and gets a hit anyway, so no damage. Double stressed.
The nice thing is with these Rebel B-Wings, and that's I do like the fact that these Rebel B-Wings are now competitive. These
Yeah.
named B-Wings, because in 1.0 you would never see them, and in the beginning of 2.0 as well.
Well,
And they do have some nice tricks available.
don't
It's
forget
nice.
that in 1.0 there was a point where there wasn't a rebel list that didn't have a blue squadron in it.
Yeah,
there was
okay.
a time. There was a long period of time
That was
when
before I was playing.
yeah, well, just around wave 4 to wave 6, wave 7 sort of
Yeah,
time,
okay.
they were pretty much a staple, and then they basically got worn out by the TLT when that showed up in wave 7.
But the named B-Wings were never really much of
The named ones, no, yeah, they were very few and far between. And then we saw in the end of 2.0, we saw that Firestorm special, where
Yes,
they were
of
launching the bombs. But yeah, they
It was
were
of
very
course
much.
a bit of a meme list.
They were very
the
much-
Firestorm special.
Yeah, but they showed up, but it was kind of like a very specialist list. It was more like it was very one-trick pony. It was
Exactly.
like
And
you had to
now-
try and you didn't realize what it did until it did it to you, and then you were like, oh,
Just a boost, get into out of range of this other guy, range 3 obstructed towards
Yeah.
Braylon. But Braden is really good. The fact that he gets rerolls on every defense roll and both for his offense, it's incredible.
Spends the force to spin the turret arc. Front to back. So firing on Braylon Strom gets 2 and 2 blanks.
Yeah, do you use Han here? No, you don't.
And he doesn't. And blank, rerolls 2, gets an evade, takes a shield.
Yep, range 3.
One more shield off of Braylon Strom will give him half points to Jack. And focus on 2 hits, gets 1 evade and a focus. Doesn't have anything for it, so he loses. I've had an extra shield on there for some reason. Now taking them all off, put them back, and they're back to dials again.
He didn't have any. Jack was thinking whether he should reroll with Han.
Yeah.
He didn't have any force, so he thought, well, 1 evade. I should be happy with that, and just take the shield.
Yeah. And as we press on into the closing moments, I will just take advantage one more time to remind the viewers that this stream is brought to you thanks to the support I receive through Patreon. So please do consider going on over to patreon.com/First Earth and contributing whatever you feel comfortable with. There's no obligation, but everything that comes to me through Patreon goes to paying for the flights, accommodation, and travel costs. Normally I don't talk about it so much, but there you go. It's crucial for allowing me to do these large level tournaments.
Pick a lock.
So target locks.
I see what
So he does a green, gets one back.
Yeah, stress.
It's almost like he
Like stress. Fine.
Can I
No.
look at the
Yeah, you just tap like that and it'll go. Yeah. So Braylon looking to try and weather another shot from Han, return and trying to scratch off that last shield that Han has. Han rolls, gets a focus and a blank and a hit, re-rolls, gets 1 focus and a hit and a blank.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
Now you have again this decision: should I spend the force? Yeah, he does. 1 force.
So gets 2.
2 hits. Reroll with Braylon.
Yeah.
1 evade,
2.
so 1
Yeah.
shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
two
so we got
evades.
2 evades.
2 evades. All right. These evades have been quite good for Luke.
Yeah, not bad. 2 focuses and a blank. Re-rolls to get 1 hit, and
He had an evade token.
yeah, Han solo saves it, and they're back to dials again. So Luke pressing the engagement, but Han just proving to be too tanky.
But the only small chance Luke still has in this game is he has to keep his B-wings together, get some good shots on hand, drive him into the corner. Don't let him get arc dodged too easily.
Yeah.
But the problem is that these B-wings are just so slow ships.
ready when you are.
Very fast playing by both players.
Yeah.
Lose 1, kicks 1.
Already back to dials and set.
Yeah, well, I mean, Luke realizes Jack's only got 1 dial, and Luke realizes that the game for him to win is going to require putting constant pressure on Jack, not giving him the time or the luxury.
That is probably just out of range.
Yeah, absolutely. After the boost,
Yeah,
definitely.
but even before the boost, he was out of range. So now he just sets up himself for some trickery in the next turn.
Well, all right, they're putting away the tables. Yeah. So I get the impression they're going to need me to get out. No, impossible. Right, okay. I thought they were going to kick me out by 8 o'clock again. I was going, no, not enough time. Right, so Braylon gets himself onto the debris token again. And doesn't take any damage. And 10 Nam banks to the left. One bank to the left.
Focus roll.
Focuses and barrel rolls right.
Yeah, you could argue that you should put more pressure on Han in the start of the game and just ignore Jake.
Yeah.
Problem is that Han is almost just as slippery as Jake.
Yeah.
With his boost, with his inertial dampeners. It's not that more. It's not that more easy to pin down Han than it is to pin down Jake. Actually.
Okay, so no range there, and they go back to stars. And yeah, this is not working out well for Luke. He's not able to get that range. He's not able to do anything about it. But now he's in the middle of the table area, so he can kind of just kind of skip around, waiting for Han. But
he can try to intercept Han around the middle of the board, the board edge there, in the north corner. But Han is so quick. I mean, now already a 3 hard, a boost, and the B-wings will still be in the middle.
Yeah, it's
and
basically
then another 3 bank and a boost, and he will be already behind them. So
yeah, it's basically what you said at the beginning, where Han, the longer the games goes on, the more value Han gets, and this is basically what we're seeing. There's very little Jack can do to lose the game at this part.
Yeah, exactly.
Focus roll.
Barrel roll.
Soft one. Does that actually go through the...
No, it's not easy. Nice trick.
Well, it's worth asking.
And he is actually the first time for like 300 turns he's not being stressed. Just focus. I guess the hard one.
It's not the hard one.
That's no longer a thing.
Yeah, so Han 3 turns around the asteroid, and I don't think there's range there.
He might do a boost.
Action to rotate the arc. No, okay, boosting.
What I should have done last time.
Now I think
So this is smart.
He's close enough to get a shot in. Yeah,
just a
range
shot.
3.
Yeah.
Right. Looks like 2 focuses, so nothing. Rerolls for Han. Changes dice. Get some Wells
Get
dice.
some golden
out.
dice involved there.
That's the first time I've seen him play them. I saw them when he came to the table out of 3 rounds. I've not seen them until now. And Wedge. And that was 10 Namk out, of course. Elusive. Takes 2 shields. Blank and a focus. Rerolls. And he's got an evade there and 2 once he spends the force token. So now, critically, Jack's managed to get damage on both B-wings, and it's a question of targets of opportunity now. Which one's willing to get close enough to allow Han to shoot him, get a few more points on the board, get us a step closer to the end of the game. We still got just under an hour to go.
The last part.
Yeah, and those last
specifically.
15 minutes have been like, I've dragged on. It seemed like it's been a lot longer since I said we were just getting up to the halfway mark at like 1 when it was 1 hour and 5 minutes, and now 10 minutes later it feels like it's been half an hour.
He'll do that. He'll cry in the corner. Yeah.
And they're off 2 banking now. a little bit faster than we've been doing before. And maybe even turning with Braylon, 10 num, sorry.
Turning hard to the left.
Maybe, to make sure he's
Yeah,
covering
because
that, covering that escape
Han will
route.
probably do a 3-bank and a boost. That was what you
Oh,
would
yeah.
expect Han to do.
Yeah, okay, so barrel roll
Or
left.
maybe even now, could he inertial dampeners?
Yeah, he could do.
And will he be in arc
I don't
of,
think
of
he is
10?
in arc. I don't think he's in arc.
If he's not in arc of 10, you just inertial dampeners here,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, he will now.
And
you
Jack's
see,
moving
you
around the
shoot-
table, yeah.
You
He's
see
like,
Jack moving around. Is that arc?
Soft free boost into.
Yeah, he's probably had the 3 banks dialed in there.
Yeah.
Even if it's still arc by 10, it might be better to stay put because you only get 1 shot. Another alternative is, I don't know if he has he's dialed in a 3 bank. Otherwise, if he has like a 4 forward, he probably also would got only 1 shot.
Yeah, well, he's going for it.
The 3 bank, alright, okay. Can he boost out of the arcs?
No, I don't think he can boost out of the arc of Braylon.
But from 10's arc?
Yeah, if he boosts, he escapes 10. But
I'm not so sure.
I think so. If he boosts left.
Oh, if he boosts left, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, okay, yeah. Okay, and then he has the trick shots versus Tandem.
Wow.
But he will eat probably a range 2 shot with Braylon focus.
Yeah.
Where's the nice?
Okay, shooting at Braylon.
And gets 1, 2, 3 using World's dice. And blank rerolls to get 1, takes 2.
Yeah, only one.
Only 1.
Ooh, hit crit. Hand ability.
Hit crit and
Wow,
rerolls
this
for
can be
blank.
control
Takes
hit.
the last shield off a hand. And 2 damage cards.
Oh, 2 damage cards, no crits. Okay.
So Luke managed to get half points in the end, recovers a shield from R2D2, and then loses half points for Luke.
Yeah, well, the whole half points thing is not really that.
No,
relevant,
of
I
course.
think.
I'm just saying,
50
it's like
minutes
it's
still on the
something
clock.
you managed to get that. It's like when they give you the little card when you leave.
Yeah, you should attack points, right?
Eh? What?
You just get half points on Hall, I think.
He had half points, but he's recovered a shield.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So that removes
no,
it.
it's the same thing as last game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're completely right. Yeah. So he was just momentarily. He was up.
Yeah, he had it and then it went away.
But even that wouldn't have brought him.
No, he
over
wouldn't have
Jack's,
won the game.
no,
No, he
no.
wouldn't have won the game. He's just saying
Yeah.
it's like a milestone.
Yeah.
It's like saying that
Yeah.
you've got
Oh,
that
yeah,
far.
yeah.
Is there any possibility you could get to the end? No. That's more about what it is.
Yeah.
But that would require him getting both arcs on hand. And I don't think there's been any situation in this game
No.
where Luke has had more than 1 arc on hand.
No. And now again it's difficult because this 10 nump. Well, what is he going to do?
5 minutes remaining in the round. Just 5 minutes remaining in the round.
Just go quickly to the toilet.
Okay. So one of the things we've got going on now is whether or not Han will be able to get himself a favourable position to be able to try and wipe one of those B-Wings finally off the board and bring us a little bit closer to the end game now. 10 num, K turns. Braylon Strom, 1 straight. And barrel rolls into the front of that hand to try and block or to try and block the manoeuvres, forcing him into an inertial dampener.
4 forward and then change my mind.
And he's gone 4 forward.
Can you mark up your...
Oh, you can do it by the side.
By the side?
Yeah. For this side? No, for this side. Yeah.
Okay.
And fits.
Like... So I'm touching there, but I'm not touching the ship now? Was my arc facing that way? So I'm not sure. I just turned it back. I shot this way. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like he managed to leapfrog over the over Braylon Strom perfectly, and now has the opportunity
And shoot.
to fire at range 0 technically, although range 0 only happens if you bump. So range 1 gets 1, 2 focuses, gets spent with target lock, re-rolls, blank, 4 hits onto 10 Nam, not 10 Nam, Braylon Strom. And that was a direct hit anyway, so pow. And Braylon Strom is removed from play.
Braylon Strom's removed from play. Okay, well then.
So it's just 10 Num now. So Luke can try and play this out. There's not really any win condition for him.
Point in this playing this out actually.
Yeah, he may decide to concede if he doesn't get a couple of favourable turns.
Yeah.
A lot of people get a bit fussy about the concede. Some people like to see it as a point of pride not to concede. So who knows?
Well, it's your own choice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. 1 bank to the right.
Yeah, I locked over it. I haven't.
And
Think
target
if
locks.
if it looks really hopeless and there's no way you can win anymore.
Yeah.
Like this, you could concede, but I mean, you could also. It's completely fair to not concede. I mean, there's still lots of prizes on the line in a big final like this,
Absolutely.
right? So even then, theoretically, you could still get like very, very, very good guys and still win.
Yeah.
I think they fade and then just
Invades. And moves the arc.
Yeah.
I think it's
Luke Gunner, people underestimated it. I myself as well. It's you can still boost, do actions, and still use Luke Gunner.
But the thing is, you have to go all in on points. That's it. And so that's why it works in Jack's list with Han Jake, because you're not putting that many points into Jake.
Yeah.
And so you've got so many points
You need
into
to be
Han as
committed
it
to
is.
put all these points into one. Yeah.
And so then you need to be able to, whatever his support is you're putting alongside him, you need to be able to fly that ship well. So 2 hits, gets evaded.
2 evades. So.
Yeah, so this is, we're getting to the end here. He's scratching paint off of 10 Num. And we're just waiting for it to get into a position where 10 Num's probably unable to come back with having a couple of damage cards on him. Maybe even a crit, similar to what happened to Braylon Strom, got that direct hit. Wasn't what killed him, he was already dead anyway, but a situation similar to that would be perfect for Jack right now to remove 10 Num quickly.
Yes,
or maybe
here,
just submit.
Because otherwise inertial dampeners will arc dodge again.
And here, Han could take a free turn left and boost and then avoid arc as well.
And that's the amazing thing with Kane and crew. These debris you can just negate. It's like they're not there. And that's also something probably maybe Luke didn't think about this turn, but I mean, yeah. Did he roll a crit?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, boost forwards. And that's range 1.
Although I'm not sure if he's in range 1 of nest.
Well, I don't think I have
An asteroid, no.
So it's just and both forces are spent,
just out.
so just unmodified.
This guy.
2 blanks,
not
2
bad.
hits.
Average.
Focus gets
One
converted for 1 shot.
Slowly but surely.
Yep, so every single round, scratching off another hit point from 10 Nom.
He's halved now.
Yep,
So some
half
more
points. So some more points, yeah, true. 100%.
Points in the bag.
They count.
I am in a How dare you? Nice position.
Yeah. Question is, focus barrel. Do it.
Right. Focuses and barrel rolls, and well, no, he wouldn't do it. But an inertial dampener's here.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No.
I mean, you can dodge Yarking like a gazillion other ways. I mean, look at this. Yeah, 3
Yeah,
bang.
he's gonna just keep trying to scratch a little bit off of 10 Nom
Probably
each turn.
boost.
Come back.
Yeah, boost.
I'll take it off.
Target locks. Range 2.
All my phase ready.
Yeah, well, at this point,
1, 2, and a focus becomes
mean-
3,
yeah.
and an evade. So takes
Thing
2.
is, you don't even longer really have to dodge the arc because you
Yeah.
still have so much hit points with
Yeah,
Ham
exactly.
that even if you take it, you cannot be killed by a shot. So
Oh, he doesn't even get arc. I thought he had it.
no, it was no.
Yeah,
arc.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no
that's
arc.
one of those things that on screen
It's hard to tell at
difficult
times.
see because
Yeah.
I would say 100% the B-wing has eyes arc now.
Yeah, I kind of
and-
figured it would have clipped that
Yeah.
back corner, but
Yeah.
I guess not. And they're off. Luke pressing, making sure to let Han know this isn't ending just yet. No time for a breather. All right, they're both in arc right now. He's focusing. He's going to try and go for the kill.
Only 2 hit points remaining. He needs
Yeah.
to get 3 hits. and
One.
it's done.
3.
Yeah,
there we go.
it's done. So we have Jack Mooney as the winner
Of the System Open Milton Keynes 2019. Thank you, Farn.
Yeah,
It's been a pleasure,
to be
as
here.
always.
Thank
I
you.
hope to see you again soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Townsend. I'd also love to give a shout out now to all of my judges who are here today, as well as let's give a big round of applause to Mr. Alex George, Mr. Tony, and Mr. Alex Watson. Give them up, guys. Thanks, everyone.
You definitely made it hard. Congratulations to Luke Townsend. Let's move over a little bit like that. We're a bit more in the centre of the frame. I'm ashamed. There were like 750 people watching that. Now there's only 405 to listen to your words.
That's fine. That's pressure.
Yeah, but anyway. Okay, so well done, Luke.
Thank you.
Finalist. You get the wooden one. There you go. You can hear that there. Okay, but it's all the same. They were talking about how you'd won the UK National, so you already had the trip and the entry to Worlds guaranteed. So I did know you disappeared at the beginning. No, there was no discussion about what would happen if you won. Correct?
I don't know what happens if I win.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That was one of the things that was discussed about whether or not there was a possibility that someone said to you, it doesn't matter if you win or not because if you win, the flight will go to Jack anyway. There was no real.
No, we
we
never
got
had
no
discussion.
idea if that was the case or anything like
No,
that.
I haven't got a clue on that one.
Yeah. Okay. So well done. You did as best as you could. you definitely pressed on Jake, managed to get him off the table, but as time goes on, hand just becomes worse and worse.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And even if it was like in a situation where he's like getting little bits off of you every now and then, it just adds up in the end.
It's just because Jack obviously flies Falcons all the time,
Yeah.
especially with Jake. I looked at the matchup being a game going, oh god, this is going to be a. I know it played out pretty much as I thought it was going to be, Jack picking off ships, but
Yeah.
I just can't get the arcs, and I had to start trying to spread a little bit, and then I'm losing ships anyway. But no, it's a great game to be fair anyway. But Jack deserves it. He played a blinder.
He's played amazingly well.
He hasn't lost a game a weekend.
He's removed 3 Phantoms in a row. Beat in semi-final, top 8, top 16, beat Phantoms, and top 16 he beat Alessandro, then Ben Lee, then Kevin Bellamy.
Some tough players.
And made it through to the final. And as Vince has said there when he's giving him the trophy, the whole UK community knows Jack.
Oh, yeah,
they know him as being one of our best players, and it's always been a case of he's never managed to get a title. Now that's put that little seal of approval on that.
That's right,
as you would know yourself last year when you won the
Yeah, because
Nationals.
me and Jack were joking, it was a little while ago now, we're always the bridesmaids.
Yeah.
I've got one, and he's now got one.
Yeah, so there we go. That's that bit taken care of. Okay, excellent. So now you get to go back to normal life. I'm supposing you're going to the World Championships?
Yep.
Yeah. So they'll be able to see you there.
See me lose, bottom tables.
And see Jack as well.
Yep.
That's it, really, isn't it? There's not much else to say. Unless
that's
there's
it.
something you wanted to add to it?
Not at the moment, no.
No. Okay, well, thank you very much for going on stream.
That's right.
And it was a pleasure to see you again, always.
See you later, Simon.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks again.
Bye, fine. Thank you.
Tremendous show.
Okay, Jack, congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Right? As Vince said, never the bridesmaid, always the bride.
Always,
I've got it
never the
backwards.
bride,
Never
always the
bridesmaid.
bridesmaid. Yeah.
But there you go, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. And today you've managed to seal a deal. I don't know if I told you because I haven't given you the interview as you went through the matches, because obviously I know it stresses you out and stuff like that, so I've tried to avoid you. And even when I was going through all the pairings, I was avoiding you purposely.
Right, okay.
But I have said several times on stream this weekend from yesterday morning that you are one of our most accomplished players, one of our most proven players, and you like to turn around and say no, and you like to kind of refute everything.
I mean, you get lucky once in a while, right?
Right, but 2 World Championships making top. And then System Opens last year, and then this year, and then semi-finals in European last year, correct?
Top 4.
Knocked out by Ben Lee, and then you smashed him today. Well, smashed.
Super
close. That's a pretty poor summary of what happened. It was really close, and so that was. But what I meant to say is that you beat him. So that was kind of like avenging.
Almost, like the dice in the top 4 Euros, I missed 3 or 4 turns of TLT fire and quick draw, and I was just I had I took 2 damage and killed a full health shuttle.
Yeah.
So it was his 2 ships versus Ghost Fen with 2 damage in total.
Yeah.
And then my dice just went, and he even said he did a podcast and he's like, game of 2 halves. First half I outflew him. Second half, my dice just weren't there. So it was nice to.
But there we go.
I got lucky. My dice rolls were ridiculous with Jake, right?
My point is that 2 World Championships making top in a row, System Open last year making semi-finals, European Championships making semi-finals, and then today winning the largest X-Wing event ever. Yeah. So I mean, you like to be humble about it, and I understand, and you're very self-conscious in that respect, and a little bit superstitious. But as far as I think anybody in the UK X-Wing community would say, you are one of our most accomplished, one of our most statistically proven players, even up until today, not having a title to your name.
I wouldn't ever like to say it, but
no, of course, no one likes to be like that. But but I think it's something that we can turn around and say. Everyone can say without a shadow of a doubt. Anyway, I mean, obviously you don't like to say it, and you won't say it, but I think we're all pretty clear on that.
Yeah.
You had an interesting run. You went through 3 quadruple Phantoms.
All in a row?
Yeah, all in a row. Lined them up and then just took them out. And it got pretty close with Kevin.
No, they were both close, yeah.
And Alessandro, when you beat him, was it much more decisive?
No. He had, I think, half Phantom left, and I had Jake and half. I think one was half and one was full.
Yeah.
So that game was
similar situation to Ben.
Yeah, I think we both played a lot more aggressive. Those 2 games, both Ben and Kev kept their distance and played it very cagey, which made it harder for me because I didn't
quite get the engagements I wanted, and just kept skirting and running.
Yeah.
So, like Alessandro, I call him Alan. Alan, great player. First time we've played, but he was the person who told me to take Ghost Fen to Italy.
Yeah.
So he mocked me for taking Ghost Fen, so now I mocked him for taking
the Phantoms. Yeah.
Obviously in friendly jest, but
Excellent. Yeah.
it was a bit of revenge.
We had Alice commentate that game
right
with you and Kev. So that'll be interesting for you to watch back.
Okay.
No, it doesn't say anything weird. It's just like I say, it was interesting because he does commentate how yes, he knows Kev from being a weekend warlord, and yet he's also one of your closest friends where you travelled together last year for the System Opens. Yeah. So and it's like I say, there's not much more to say really, apart from the fact you've got your Worlds invite and flight and hotel taken care of.
I know, right?
So that's it. Everyone's going to see you again next time.
I got to now, right?
Well, you've got to go top 8 again, huh?
Well,
yeah.
I'll go top 8 in the Invitational because there's only 8 people, right? Or
right.
8? I think it's 8.
No, because we're like there's 16. There's
like
8 in the US, 7 in the EU, and 1 in Australia.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Well, I'm counting.
I don't know.
I'm counting the US as Canada as well. North America.
So about 16 opens. So.
There's about 16, so it should be a 16.
Oh, well, hopefully I can maybe get top 8 in that.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see. But then, anyway, but you don't have to deal with Nand at least. Nand Torfs with his Dengaroo to smash you.
Yeah, I played that game badly, in all fairness. So.
But that's why you've got this preconception with regards to the stream and stuff like that. You've had bad experiences in the past, and you've tried to avoid it like the plague. So
no, yeah, but when no one was on stream, I felt because in Italy I left it out, and I was like, I can't really do it again.
But once again, we said we said at the beginning, and always say, that you are within your rights to refuse.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was here and I was giving the announcement that there was not going to be a top 16 game, and then you two just come across and said you were going on. Once again, Jack is a person who doesn't enjoy. Every time I've seen you at an event,
I always hide from you.
You've been scared to death of me. Every time I come close to you,
keep my
distance. Like, no, it's like, no, I just wanted to see how you're doing. And it's been something that's been pretty clear to me from a long time ago that it's not a comfortable experience for you. And so once again, I thank you for agreeing to go on and for allowing us to share in that path you've walked together. Because if not, we wouldn't have got to see that. We wouldn't have got to experience it. And seeing you break down at the end there is beyond comparison,
mate. I had such a bad couple of weeks. Some bad stuff happened and I was really down. So I think, but I genuinely think that helps me. When I'm down and not happy, I play better. I think. Someone said this before. I have a theory, Jack. I was like, okay, you're not gonna like it. I was like, okay. You play better when you're either upset or angry. And I was like, I agree with that. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So
I also I have a personal theory about luck and how it works, and it's a balance thing. It doesn't mean that so if you're having so much bad luck in other areas, it means that something else is coming along in your favour at some point.
Sure. Yeah.
So there we go. We're going to leave it there.
Thanks again.
Thank you very much for everything. It's been a pleasure to have seen you take a title home. And I look forward to seeing how well you do at World Championships. Really. No, honestly, I really do.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go cry now.
Take it easy. You travelling back home today?
Yeah, so it's like 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah. That's all right, man. They can still hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna probably sleep on the way back, and cry and sleep.
There we go. Cry yourself to sleep like a teenager in the 80s. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this far. Once again, there's only a handful of you left, but if you have enjoyed this stream, please do consider helping on Patreon. What? No, I thought it was someone talking to me. Everything I receive through Patreon goes straight to helping the stream get better and attending events. And obviously, attending events and making better equipment, there's a compromise there. So the more money I get, the better I can do things. Last year, I considerably upgraded equipment with a HD camera for the players and stuff like that, and you're seeing the constant improvements that are happening at every single event I go to. There's always something new, and what you've seen this year is this event is this new player cam that puts on the list And that's only part way. That's not even finished. I'm halfway through making that. It's not a finished product at all. But yeah, that's doing pretty well. And there's Luke once again. And that's it from me. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for joining us. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon.